All right, Kash Patel on the witness stand today being grilled by the Senate regarding the confirmation of the FBI director. Let's break this down today and the importance of it, the significance, and give a little commentary and context on this whole thing. So, all right, my name is Gavin Mehl coming at you right now. So the FBI, man, it's going back to this guy, J. Edgar Hoover, many long time ago when he started this organization, and he was in there for 40-something years as the FBI director. And it has become, now, this is not my opinion, but this is in the actual congressional record. It has become probably the most corrupt organization in the federal, well, one of the most corrupt. And the reason it's corrupt is it's shown the FBI was being used to leverage the biggest tech companies in Silicon Valley and forcing this is per Zuckerberg, forcing their hand to saying, you better do this or else. And so people like Zuckerberg and Dorsey and others complied with the FBI's requests and demands, and totally outside the law. Therefore, that's all on the record. So now we've got this agency which is, completely needs to be gutted from the top down. I mean, to get rid of the people that were doing that sort of thing, bipartisan or not, doesn't really matter. It's just we've got to get the corruption out of there. And so that's what Kash Patel has specialized in over the last 10 years or so. Devin Nunes, he worked under Obama. He as a Democrat, he helped the Obama administration flush out corruption with this Devin Nunes report. And he also did the Crossfire Hurricane. Anyways, this guy's got a freaking gold star resume. So one of the, it was a 5-hour congressional testimony today. Rather fascinating. Man, I freaking loved every minute of it. It was absolutely compelling. And he took it hard. Now, a couple of key points to point out. Let me just give the opposition from like Adam Schiff and where the Democrats are leading off with. They're saying they want to get testimony from the Donald Trump Mar-a-Lago raid of the classified documents case. Kash Patel testified in that case. He said that he's willing to share the transcript if the court allows him to. So Adam Schiff and the Democrats, they believe that it's really important to get that, and it's going to help them show that Kash Patel was unprecedentedly claiming the Fifth Amendment immunity in the classified documents case. For the first time in history as an FBI director. That's Adam Schiff's position and why he wants those classified that transcript. He believes it's really going to help him. So on the flip side, the Republicans seem to be pretty confident about confirming him. They got a lead in there, and according to the track record with like Pam Bondi and whatnot, looks like the Reds are going to vote red and the Blues will vote blue potentially. So even what's his name? Lindsey Graham, who's questionable, he was supporting Kash Patel, and he was really backing him on up today, which I thought he's a Republican, but still it was kind of rather interesting to see how that worked out. And Adam Schiff seemed a lot calmer because he got that pardon from the last administration, and now he's immune. He doesn't have to worry about going to prison for anything. I mean, whether he did something wrong or not, we will probably. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. But he got pardoned. So Adam Schiff, credit to him in a way. I mean, he seemed a lot more calm today. He seemed a lot more relaxed. He wasn't so hostile like he was before in the past. I think before that pardon happened. So, anyways, that was good. Now, a couple the funniest point I saw was when Senator, it was Senator Kennedy. And Senator Kennedy was back and forth with Kash Patel, and it was revealed that this is from Senator Kennedy, revealed that Hunter Biden filed his taxes, and he wrote off hookers and prostitutes as a deduction on his taxes. Now, I checked it. I couldn't fact check it, whether it's true or not, but Senator Kennedy said it, okay? That's just saying. That's in the record. Senator Kennedy said it. That's where I got that information from. He's saying that Hunter Biden, he wrote off hookers on his taxes, and then he was charged with misdemeanors for misfiling his taxes. So it was really a freaking comic relief on that one. I mean, imagine like oh, I got all these hookers, I want to write them off my taxes here, 500 grand. And however much he spent on hookers, he tried to write that off, or he did write that off apparently on his taxes. It was obviously significant enough to make a big deal about it. They charged him with misdemeanors, in the case, because it was exposed today on the record. So I thought that was probably the most comic relief I've seen. But Kash Patel is, dude, the guy's pretty stellar, man. I would say it's not just stellar. I mean, I have to give my opinion on this one here because I don't really, too many of these people I'm not really following too closely, but this guy I am. He's going to shake up the FBI. He's gonna gut it, I think. And we need a gutting. San Francisco field office needs to be gutted. Those people got to be fired. They got to be investigated. What happened? Who was giving the orders there to talk to those social media companies? Who did that exactly? Those people need to be. We have laws for a reason. If nobody's going to do anything about the laws, then we're just living in. We might as well just be living in a banana republic. So we have laws. They're supposed to be followed. People shouldn't be prejudiced. Oh, this guy doesn't have to follow the law. He's a FBI guy. He should. No, dude. We have laws for a reason. If they're broken, people should face consequences. I mean, I completely support that. It doesn't matter what party you are. I could care less. If you're especially going and affecting the people's rights, First Amendment rights, there's got to be consequences. I mean, and we need to see some sort of retribution on that the government's going to hold them accountable because, ultimately it is frustrating because when you see things like happen out in the field on the streets, and then there's just, let me give you an example. Oakland, I got a guy, plumber. He does plumbing for me. He's done it twice. Comes out to my place, and he did services in Oakland. Now I'm not in Oakland, but I'm just saying he's been in Oakland. He said in Oakland, he got all his tools stolen out of his plumbing truck. He called 911. He got his tools stolen at gunpoint, okay? Held at gunpoint by hostages. I mean, it was they were going to kill him. Called 911. They never showed up. They never even showed up to get him. Sorry, we're too busy. 911 didn't show up at gunpoint. Hey, I'm at gunpoint. I might be killed. My tools. We're too busy. So this is the type of stuff that's going on in Oakland. Now the mayor has been completely recalled. She's out. And also they're charging the mayor was not only recalled, but she was also charged and being indicted right now as well for corruption, taking bribes. And then also the prosecuting, was it the district attorney of Oakland as well? She's also been recalled. So there are good changes happening, but we gotta see more action because especially here in California, we're the bottom of the barrel, state. They laugh at us across the nation as just fools out here. Oh, everybody's leaving California. Nobody wants to live there. I mean, and I'm staying, dude. I'm not going nowhere. So I'm Californian true and true. I'm not leaving. No chance. But a lot of people are leaving because it's so screwed up. We've got the worst, most corrupt election process, which I'm actually doing my best right now on a writ to expose. I've got a case right now going in a case where the county failed to follow the election laws, simple election laws, and they rejected my ballot, and I found out they rejected also 451 other people's ballots. So it was a systemic problem. I got some discovery, and I got it back in records request. 451 other people also had their vote rejected because they weren't registered just like me. I wasn't registered. Neither were 1,300 other people, but 451 of those got their ballots rejected for the same reason I did, which is because we weren't registered. That's not a reason to deny a vote, according to the law. So that's, I'm doing my part the best I can to hold them accountable. Really don't get anything out of that. There's no money involved in it. I might bring in some media, but it's, so that's the bottom line. And then, but back to the Kash thing. That's Kash's job. That's these guys' job. I shouldn't be my job to do that. That should be the FBI's job. He's paid. He's got a huge organization of people investigating this sort of thing. I shouldn't have to be investigating this stuff, but I am. And so here I am. I'm investigating, and I'm going to probably turn it over to Kash, Rick Grinnell, if he gets in there, and these guys, and they can investigate what the hell's going on. Why aren't these people following the election laws? If I have it now in discovery, they just refuse, they didn't follow the law. They've got to. Anyways, these types of things need to be targeted. not because of Donald Trump or Harris. It doesn't freaking matter. It's just about we have legislative statutes for a reason. They should be followed. That's all. Don't you agree? I mean, if you don't agree with the law being followed, then you might as well just be in total anarchy and move out to wherever Roger Ver was moving out to when he believed that. So, I talked a lot about Roger because he wants to get a pardon now after he threw his U.S. citizenship out, and he hasn't contacted me. Steve Patterson hasn't contacted me. I've got some other people that laughed and think it's a joke that they got CDS, what's called Craig derangement syndrome, but ultimately. The bottom line is that he hasn't contacted me, and so, I don't want to drop any names. I'm not going to. So, but I'm just saying that he wants this. He wants to make something happen. No, he's not willing to talk about what I asked about, which was just talk about the entire story about Bitcoin, everything, just everything. 2018 forward, what happened? He seems to think that nothing happened after that. It's not relevant about the scaling, The Craig derangement syndrome is a real thing. Craig Wright derangement syndrome. So that being said, with Kash Patel coming in right now, if he does get confirmed, I think we're going to see some major changes, shrinking in the FBI. He already said that he's going to turn it into the FBI building into a deep state museum. And he's got 51 spies. There's like 60 people on his list that he wants to target. And the Democrats were very upset about that. But, there's no reason for Adam Schiff to be upset anymore because he's got a pardon. So he seemed to be pretty calm. But ultimately, a lot of the others did seem to be, very disturbed by Kash Patel. But ultimately, I think he's going to get confirmed. And we're going to see some major change. Well, let's see. Let's see. We're definitely going to see change. It's going to be different than it was. That's for sure. Let's see if he will live up to his word about going after corruption, dismantling the deep state, because that's what we want. People want the deep state down. I don't care what the parties, don't matter to me. I'm talking about getting rid of the inside deep state that has completely taken over our government in the last 50 to 100 years and doing things in secret. We want them out of here. We want accountability. We want the laws that we have in place to be followed and the Constitution to be upheld with their oath of office. If not, get the hell out of here. And for those people who think, it's all over, there's nothing you can do. I mean, dude, there is a lot you can do. Yeah, you could vote. That's the whole thing. You vote, and the vote's not count. Well, if you can't vote, you got to figure out how to make sure your ballot's counted. Like I'm doing my best to out here in California because they got it screwed up. You could do that. But there's also other things. I mean, there are, if you have the budget, you could hire an attorney and freaking do civil rights actions. These are incredibly valuable. You learn how to do a civil rights action when your rights are being violated. It's a protective measure at times. And if you don't have the budget, then you just educate yourself because, civil rights actions, Title 42, 1983 are there for that. That's what they're for, color of law. And that is our most powerful, that and writs. They're our most powerful defense and offense against government corruption. Okay? And I'm not talking about your regular everyday people. They're all pretty much, I would say 90% plus, or maybe even 95% good people, everyday people just making money. I got family inside. They're freaking 100% legit. They're not corrupt at all, at all. They're great people and they're on the inside. There's no way. And most cops are not, and most government officials are not. But I'm talking about, it's usually the high level elites that are really that have infiltrated this thing. We've got to expose those people and get rid of them so that the good people can rise up and get promoted. And that's what Kash Patel is going to do. That's my call to action to him. All right. So if you like this video, hit the ones. My name is Gavin Mehl. Subscribe if you haven't already. A lot of new people. I went back to Gavin Mehl from Gavin Gregory, so I'm just using my legal name now. If you're new, thank you. There's no ads. There's no sponsorship on this channel. There's no bribes. There's no political interests. It's just a dude, who's going to share what's up. A lot of it's going to be Bitcoin related, health related, ultimately because Bitcoin is freedom's final frontier. My passion is freedom in all areas of life. That includes freedom. Health is all about freedom, right? You're healthy, you're free. But Bitcoin is truly freedom's final frontier. All right, so I'm definitely going to keep going deep on that. It's a totally misunderstood subject. All right, and do my best to get other people on the show. All right, so a lot more to come. I'll see you at the top.